His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 6 foot tall, weighing in 162.4 pounds. He holds a professional record, 1 win, 1 draw. That win coming by way of submission. Representing Absolute Martial Arts in fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, by way of Bosnia-Herzegovina, Irfan Mulabitinovic. Your referee in charge of the action, D. Dwayne Bess.
All right, gentlemen, we discuss everything in the locker room. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands. Touch gloves if you want to. Let's get it.
I agree with Dwayne Bess. Let's get it. Kicking off LFA 114. A catch weight at 162 pounds. Will Starks, blue tape, black and gold trunks, and Irfan Mulabitinovic comes in, dives in, and now ends up on his back.
Potentially paying for it on his back, but he is decently deep on this guillotine,
yes,
guys.
It is. Look at this.
This is deep.
He's got the elbow up. That's hard.
Can Starks survive and get out of this?
He needs to pass the guard. He needs to get out of those legs. I think he's a little bit better positioned. But if that elbow comes over the shoulder, oh, he let go. Oh, that's way better.
What a way to start.
Yeah, no kidding. Coming out for his LFA debut.
See, that's exactly how you fight somebody that's calculated. You throw chaos at him. You don't give him any time to think, and I think that was the smart thing to do.
That's exactly right, and now Irfan fishing for a Kimura here. Stark's doing a nice job staying heavy, not allowing him to find the room to crank that Kimura the way that he needs to.
6-1 as an amateur. His 1 victory as a pro coming by way of submission. Very comfortable fighting off his back. Now Will Starks taking the back as an opportunity.
He's got a hook in. He's looking for the other one. He's raising his other foot with his ankle. That's a good way to keep him where you want. He's just going to keep transitioning until he finds something he likes.
He's running that predictive model right now.
Yeah, well put.
Stark's doing a nice job of not getting too high when he has those back positions as well, just really floating here and waiting for the right time to sink that left hook in.
Yeah, sometimes guys will bait you. They'll let you get that hook, and they turn right then and there, and you end up in their guard on bottom, and it's just, you're like, why was I so stupid?
Yeah, he's keeping his weight nice and low, not allowing Irfan to potentially tripod up and shake him off the front. Now Irfan looking to grab an ankle there, but Starks gets it away.
Under 3 minutes to go in this opening bout here at Legacy Fighting Alliance number 114. Will Starks coming in on 3 days' notice to take this fight. We appreciate that as he saved this opening bout for sure. No one appreciates it more than Irfan Mulabitinovic. Starks 4-2, 1-0 in the LFA. Pulled off a big upset over Slava Borshev in his LFA debut. That was back at LFA 96 in December.
One good thing Irfan's doing is he's doing enough and not taking any damage. Even though he's losing these positions, he hasn't taken any damage, and that's huge when you've been controlled for 2 minutes. You know, when I'm on top of someone, I want to make sure that if they get up, I at least did some damage and they remember it, or else they're not going to be terrified next time.
He's definitely playing defense, but as you say, Cub, Starks, you know, having to kind of keep up with him as well, and he's not allowing Starks to settle into any one position on the back or, you know, from top side.
I'm going to expect them to kind of slow down a bit in the next round, because even though it doesn't seem like they're, you know, going a crazy pace grappling-wise, they're going a pretty good pace. So I would expect them to be burning a lot of energy at this point.
Nice transition, but not out of it yet. Starks still on the back of Irfan. Mulabitinovic, originally from Bosnia, now making St. Louis his home. Trains with the Absolute Martial Arts Group and Eric Jackson. And it was funny, I mean, when we were talking with Irfan, guys, he said he loves to come out swinging, but he wanted to slow things down. Well, he didn't come out swinging, but he came out and with a really pretty impressive submission attempt.
Yeah, it looked like a flying knee to a guillotine attempt.
45 seconds to go in the opening round. First time the LFA Octagon has touched down in St. Louis, and you hear the crowd supporting Mulabitinovic.
So this is when you wonder, you know, with Will taking this fight on 3 days' notice, how much was he training?
Right.
If you had the confidence to take it, you had to have been training a little bit, but, you know, fight shape is a whole different animal.
Time of winding down. Starks ate some elbows as the clock was ticking down, and there it is. End of the first round, and both fighters, little extracurricular trash talk, fist bump, and finally go back into their corners.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. Let's check out the action. Here it is. Irfan coming out. You're exactly right, Cope, with that flying knee attempt.
Right out the gate with the flying knee attempt and looking for that guillotine, too. That was very, very deep at first, but Starks did all the right things, was able to prevent that guillotine. Irfan had to regrip at one point. Starks was able to transition out of it. Starks, though, just a really nice job floating with Irfan every time he would try to create a scramble to build back up. Starks just wise to it and able to control him and land some nice shots there on the ground.
Yeah, Irfan landed some nice elbows at the end of the round. I wonder if that, you know, hurt Will at all, because, you know, they were staring each other down at the end of the round. I really like that. It shows me that this round's going to be intense.
And a back and forth opening round, and judges might remember those elbows to end round number one from Irfan. Dwayne Bess is our referee. First time the LFA Octagon has touched down in St. Louis, Missouri. Irfan Mulabitinovic making his LFA debut. Will Starks fighting for a second time in the Octagon.
Irfan closing the distance once again, but it's Starks who's looking for this double leg takedown, and he gets
takedown. Starks delivering and powering that takedown. And
Irfan has a straight arm bar.
That is exactly right.
He's not going to get it, though, because Will has his hooks in, and he can use that leverage to pull his arm out. So it's really hard to finish that.
Very slick, though.
Irfan needs to take these opportunities he has, like right here, to really explode up. He's kind of taking his time to rebuild, and it's understandable why he's got a guy on him who's just sinking his hooks in and doing everything he can. But this is a time where Irfan needs to come up very, very quickly and create space, either get underhooks and look to come back in on his own terms, or create space and completely disengage. Looking for a foot, I think, is Irfan.
Both these guys looking for any limb. A lot of action taking place on the ground in this one. Mulabitinovic, a brown belt in BJJ, and Starks, a purple belt.
See, once again, he's attacking just enough from his back so he's not getting hit ever. You know, and who knows what the judges are scoring.
Great point.
The guy that's attacking or the guy on top.
Beautiful pass from Starks right there. Knee slid right through, right into top half.
Irfan's corner, Jackson calling for his fighter to get back up. Easier said than done. Will Starks wrestled a year at the University of Central Missouri. Also a Kansas City Golden Gloves runner-up. True martial artist.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive that he was able to wrestle at a D2 school after only 1 year wrestling in high school. That shows dedication.
Absolutely.
Oh, Irfan looking for a triangle.
Oh, and that,
I think he's out.
Yeah,
looks like Will Starks has escaped again. Man, if you love the submission game, this fight is for you. But now Irfan landing those elbows again.
Now, Irfan all offense on the ground, even off of his back. it just doesn't allow Starks really to mount any ground and pound, as you say, Cub. There's not a lot of shots being landed because he has to defend submission after submission coming from Irfan.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here in round number 2. LFA catch weight of 162 pounds. Again, Will Starks taking this fight only 3 days ago.
Nice transition to the back by Starks.
Yeah, he needs to do a little bit better job at establishing a dominant position. He keeps getting into good positions, and then Irfan's just able to do something to get out of it. And I think Will's wasting a lot of energy by doing all these transitions. It's like, hey, hold the guy down for a second, pin him down, land some strikes, break him down. Oh, here goes a rear naked choke.
Starks looking to sink in the RNC.
He's got a nice grip there.
Irfan trying to keep that chin down, but so powerful is Will Starks.
Okay, he's got his grip now. Oh, man.
Minute to go.
Irfan doing all of the right things. You can tell he's got the experience. He has a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's been here many, many times and always flattened out.
Will Starks exactly has flattened him out.
Oh, I don't know now.
Oh, that's under, guys.
And he is tweaking.
Oh, he's tapping.
He tapped out.